Grace and peace to you, Kingdom family. I pray that all is well with you and your families. I want to encourage us in this video. Whatever you do, don't quit. Don't give up. I want to share with you in Galatians chapter 6 verse 9, and Paul began to talk to this church, and he began to encourage them, because all of us can use some encouragement. It ain't always easy trying to keep a focus. It's not always easy trying to do the best, and it's not always easy trying to do the right thing, especially when evil is all around you. You got the evil around you, got evil men, and then you got your own natural weakness that you struggle with, and in the midst of all of that, you trying to do what is right, trying to do what is good. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says this. Let me read this to you. It says this: and let us not be weary in well doing. He said, for in due season we're going to reap if we faint not. When that word say due season, that means that you may look at it right now, because first of all, God lives outside of time. And it seems like we've been putting a whole lot of hard work to say we don't get no rewards. We have not reaped the benefits of the hard work we're doing. But I'm here to encourage us today. Continue to do those things that are good. Continue to press beyond how it feels, what it looks like. Continue to press beyond what everybody else is thinking. Because Paul told this body of believers, he had to begin to give them some encouragement, because walking this walk is not for the faint-hearted. Walking this walk, sometimes it feels as if you're doing a whole lot of good, but it seems like instead of you getting what is good coming back, it seems as if you're beginning to get the bad end of the stick. It seemed like Paul said in the same chapter, he said, whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. But it seems like we as believers, we begin to sow the good, but how is it that it feels like, I said feel, y'all, that we reap in the bad? That right there is, when he gave us his spirit, he said, I'm going to give you my spirit, and with my spirit, I'm going to give you the fruits that you need. So when you do feel as if all that you're sowing, it seems like bad is coming, he said, I gave you this thing called self-control. Don't go by the hype. Don't go by what it looks like. Don't go by how it feels. Go about the efforts that you are placing. Go about those things that you're actually doing. If you are sowing, you're going to begin to reap whatever you sow. He said that, and he let them know you got to continue to do good, because it's the good that's going to cause you to get the reward. It's the good that's going to cause you to get the benefit. It's the good that's going to cause you to get the spiritual payday. Whatever you've been doing, don't quit. A lot of us have put our focus on, I'm going to do something better. I'm going to finish this time. Have y'all made that decision to yourselves? A lot of times we set goals, and we set, dreams. We put our dreams ahead of us. We put those things that we want to see accomplished within our life. Even walking the Christian life, we begin to say, you know what, I'm going to do those things that are pleasing and acceptable unto Christ. Now, just because we said it out of our mouth doesn't mean that it's going to come just there. It comes with some fight. It comes with some resistance, some opposition. Because how many of us know, glory, it is hard doing the right thing when you're surrounded by so many evil things and so many things that are bad. It is so hard to do the right thing. Come on, somebody. Y'all got to understand these very things. He said, you're going to begin to reap what you sow. And I'm telling you, oh my God, I ride and drive on 66, and honey, I'm almost one sheet away. I use words like buckethead and applehead, and I call these head names to people because they begin on my nerve. They can't drive to begin with, and the roads are raggedy, and they beginning to do all this construction, making that much more intense. But in the midst of all of that, I got to do good. I can't be throwing no gang signs up, even though I want to in the inside, because of my natural weakness. It's like, man, I'm done. How many of you want to quit? Even in the midst of all the hard work you put in. Some of us, even right now, we going back to this gym. We doing the walking. We doing the running. We doing these natural things to try to get our body in condition. Y'all know, here it is 5 pounds away from your ideal weight. And it seemed like it is not happening for you. I get on that treadmill at the gym, you guys, and here it is. I put in, I'm going to do 45 minutes. Why is it the last 5 minutes I want to quit? The last 5 minutes, I feel the pain. The last 5 minutes, I'm getting a cramp. And at that moment, I want to quit. But how many of us know Quitters never win and winners never quit. We got to hang on in there. Paul was telling this church that y'all got to continue to do those things that are right. Listen, the flesh gonna come against you. Your flesh nature, there are so many things within our flesh nature that we struggle with. And in our best efforts, he says, listen, the flesh got these type of things that you're going to go with. You're going to deal with desiring to have sex. If you're not married, oh, wait on that. Oh my God, keep them up, because it's so hard to keep them up when you're so used to pulling them down. Keep them up. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to begin to press toward those things. He said it's so easy. It's not easy always saying the nice things when somebody's saying the negative things to you. Oh my goodness. And people throwing gang signs at you, cussing you out. And it's so hard. I'd be the first to say, ooh, I want to cut somebody. But oh my God, because if I start cutting, I ain't gonna want to put down the sword. I'm gonna act like a Peter around here. So what I try my best to do, I try to sow what I want to reap. And he said, if you continue to do that thing, you're going to begin to reap the reward. I want to encourage us to say, and just to let you know, you guys are doing good. My sister, my brother, my friend, don't quit. Some of us already set some goals, some natural goals. Natural goals meaning that we wanted to do more saving instead of doing all the spending. You set those goals, and then you got the new iPhone coming out, and you got this coming out, and we are so tempted to quit. We are so tempted to throw in the towel. You'd already saved. Keep on saving, because you already put that focus where you're trying to get to. And if you continue to sow that, you're going to reap where you're trying to go. If you don't quit, you ain't going to ever begin to get the rewards that you're seeking to get if you quit. If you always throwing in the towel, if you always saying, you know what, I'm done. No, level up. Let's do this. Let's continue to press toward that mark. Paul already told them, and he tells us, he says, listen, if you want to see the benefits, if you want to get the reward, if you want the spiritual payday, you got to finish. And it doesn't matter how you started this thing, y'all. It matters how you finish. It's been so hard lately because so many oppositions have come, and guess what? They're going to continue to come. But you got to make up in your mind, whatever you set out to do, if you want to be that business owner, if you want to be the first one in your family to buy your own house, if you want to begin to set some of these accomplishments that you already set before you, then you ain't going to get there by quitting. And sometimes we start. You just prolonging it. Just go ahead and level up and say, you know what? I'm going to finish this thing. I'm going to continue to do those things that are pleasing and acceptable. I'm going to continue to hold on, because we already know it takes some effort to do the good thing. It don't take nothing to do those things that are not. But Paul tells us, hey, whatever you sow, what you looking to gain, what you looking to reap. But then you got to ask yourself, what did you sow? Because if you continue to do those things that are pleasing unto God, if you continue, he said, if you continue to abide, stay right there. He said, abide in him, in his word abide. And he already gave you the invite. He said, once you stay in me and my word stay in you, you can begin to ask what you will. And he said, it shall be done. But in order to do that, you got to continue on. Don't get worried. Don't quit. And yes, it's tiring sometimes. It's tiring always saying the right things, always trying to put the best efforts up, always trying to let your good not be evil spoken of. It gets hard and it is tiring, but don't give up. He said, don't give up. Yes, it's tiring, but hang in there. Can I encourage you, my brother, my sister, my friend? You're doing a good job. And I want you to understand this. Like David said, sometimes we're going to have to encourage ourselves. I'm just sending this video your way. And I'm just saying to us, even to myself, oh my God, don't quit. Because a lot of times too, I want to say, I'm done with this. I am done. Not with the Lord. Don't get it twisted. But there's some things that I have set. There's some situations. There's some assignments that God has placed within my life. It ain't no easy toll to get them done. No, it gets hard. And the more you say you're going to do it, the harder it gets. But guess what? He said, don't get tired of doing those things that are right, because you shall reap. You will, and you shall get the reward. Just finish strong and finish to the end. Go ahead. We got each other's back. Let's continue to pray for each other. That's why it's so good to pray for each other. And let's speak well of each other. I need you to survive. And I pray that you got my back. Guess what? Because I got yours. Be encouraged. Stay focused. And guess what? You do got to sometimes level up. God bless you. Amen.